All right, ladies. Today we're talking about a topic no one likes to admit: being used in a relationship. Have you ever wondered whether the man in your life truly cares for you, or if he's just staying because it's convenient for him? At this stage, women over 60 understand the value of honesty, kindness, and respect. But the truth about dating after 60 is that some men still hide their true intentions behind sweet gestures that don't match their actions. Learning to spot these behaviors for what they really are can protect you from heartache. Being in a relationship can sometimes feel like riding a roller coaster, thrilling one moment, confusing the next. As we grow older, we realize that what truly matters isn't just charm or quick promises, it's steadfast presence. The problem is, when a man is using you, he often doesn't notice the small behaviors he repeats, behaviors that reveal what's really going on in his heart. Welcome back to Journey After 60. Today's video, I'm going to share 7 behaviors that show a man isn't fully invested in the relationship, only taking and not giving. Recognizing these subtle warning signs will help you make wiser choices, protect your heart, and find genuine love that offers safety and respect. Before we dive in, make sure to hit like and subscribe to my channel. This is the place where we share relationship advice for women, stories of love after 60, and the kind of life wisdom that helps us see relationships and life more clearly. And with that spirit, let's start with the first sign. Listen closely, because sometimes the biggest truths about a man are revealed through the smallest behaviors.
Number 1. Inconsistent affection. Have you ever felt confused by a man, unsure of what he's thinking, as if you're on an emotional roller coaster? One minute he showers you with sweet messages or romantic plans, making you feel on top of the world. It's intoxicating, like a rush that pulls you in. But then he disappears for days or even weeks, only to reappear when he needs something, whether it's emotional support, validation, or intimacy. Once he gets what he wants, he withdraws again. This is a classic example of a man showing affection only when it suits his own interests. I remember a friend of mine who met a man over 60 at a weekend social gathering. After years of heartbreak, she thought she had finally found someone special. When he was around, he was full of compliments, thoughtful gestures, and unforgettable charm. But just a week later, he vanished. No texts, no calls. When she asked why, he simply sighed, "I need space." Her emotions swung from excitement to disappointment, and eventually she realized she was caught in a game where the only person truly hurt was her. Genuine affection isn't dictated by whims or mood swings. When a man repeatedly shifts his behavior toward you, one day attentive and loving, the next distant and aloof, it usually reflects a lack of commitment and a tendency to manipulate emotions. He's leveraging your care and kindness to meet his own needs, not to build a lasting relationship. You have your own worth. No one has the right to turn your feelings into a guessing game where you must decode whether today he's happy or upset. Love after 60 requires transparency and sincerity. If his affection is inconsistent and you're constantly trying to adapt, that's a sign you're being loved conditionally, not the kind of love anyone deserving should settle for. Remember, True love doesn't confuse you. It reassures you. When someone genuinely cares, their actions are consistent and clear. If you find yourself guessing or worrying all the time, you're in a relationship that exploits your emotions, and you have every right to step away to protect your value. And as you navigate these ups and downs, there's often another type of behavior waiting just around the corner, something that doesn't shout its presence, yet keeps you wondering what's really going on.
Number 2, the maybe man. Ladies, be cautious of the maybe man. Maybe we'll meet soon. Maybe I'll introduce you to my friends. Maybe one day I'll marry you. This is one of the most dangerous types of men you can date or love because deep down, he isn't certain he wants to include you in his future. After 60, we understand that time is precious and no one wants to wait around for meaningless delays. Yet, you might find yourself chasing him, waiting for a decision, as if age no longer matters. If it's not a clear yes, you should assume the answer is actually no. Inconsistent plans and vague promises are clear signs that he's not serious about you. You might be thinking, but he has so many wonderful qualities, he just needs time. But remember, after 60, we don't have the luxury of waiting on someone else's hesitation. If something truly matters to him, he won't delay. A man who is genuinely serious will make a clear decision and take tangible action. I recall in the past believing in the wrong person, and yes, it led to heartbreak. But looking back, I realized they revealed their true nature, helping me clarify exactly what I want and deserve. They didn't betray me in a negative sense. They taught me how to recognize a truly trustworthy man, especially when life is short and time is no longer abundant. So, ladies, don't waste time on maybe promises. Your future doesn't belong to someone else's indecision. It belongs to your own choices. You deserve a man who is clear, honest, and committed. At this stage of life, nothing is more valuable than transparency and sincerity in love. After 60, we've experienced enough ups and downs and the wrong relationships. I want to hear from you. Have you ever waited for a maybe? What did that moment teach you about your own worth and true love? Share your story below. Every experience is a lesson, and every lesson gives you the strength to choose the right person, live fully, and inspire others walking the same path. As you start to see through his indecision, another behavior often appears, subtle, almost charming, yet it has a way of taking more than it gives.
Number 3, the free therapy man. Never let a man use you as free therapy. This is a major red flag that many women overlook. The clear sign? He only comes to you when something in his life is going wrong. Maybe work issues, conflicts with friends or family, or any other personal problem. Then, late at night, he calls or texts to unload all his emotional burdens onto you. Here's the truth. Supporting each other in love is normal. The problem arises when it becomes one-sided. When it's your turn to share or seek support, he disappears, shows indifference, or forgets the details you shared. You can pour out your heart, empathize, and listen, but the moment you stop, he shifts the conversation back to himself. This shows he doesn't see you as a true partner. He sees you as an emotional dumping ground. As Oscar Wilde said, to love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. When you protect your energy and recognize your own worth, You no longer allow anyone to exploit your emotions or your time. At this stage in life, we've experienced enough ups and downs, and your time and energy are more precious than ever. If you encounter this type of man, be clear. Encourage him to seek professional help for his issues and stop wasting time on a one-sided relationship. You have your own challenges, joys, and value, and life becomes far lighter when you remove energy drainers from your world. After dealing with the emotional drain, another pattern can quietly show up. Subtle excuses and constant delays that make you wonder where you really stand. Number 4, he's always too busy. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry once said, "Love does not consist in gazing at each other, but in looking outward together in the same direction." True love isn't just about staring at each other. It's about showing up, being present, and sharing life together. No one who truly loves you is too busy to make time for you. Of course, no one can be by your side every second or take you out every day, but there are simple ways to show care. A quick thinking of you text takes seconds. A short call can remind you that you matter. A man who is constantly too busy and rarely makes time for you is showing you where you rank on his priority list, and it's not high. Time is the ultimate love language. If he takes hours or even days to respond to a simple message or consistently cancels plans at the last minute, it's a clear sign you are not a priority. No one is ever too busy to show they care. It's a choice, not a limitation. This becomes especially obvious when you truly need him. For example, if you're sick, a man who genuinely cares will find ways to help, bringing medicine, arranging a meal, or ensuring you're looked after. Saying a few hollow words like, "Take your medicine, I'm busy," without any real effort is a red flag. Real love shows up especially when you are vulnerable, unwell, or facing challenges. If he's only available at convenient times, always has an excuse, or seems to avoid you during critical moments, he may be hiding something or someone. Remember, I run 3 businesses, and I can tell you from experience, when a man truly cares, you know it. You don't have to guess a question. His attention, his time, and his actions make it crystal clear. That's what genuine presence looks like. Does the man you care about make time for you when you're vulnerable, sick, or in need? If not, listen to your heart. It's a warning sign you might be deprioritized. Sometimes the signs you've been watching closely take a new turn, revealing a behavior that quietly tests your confidence. Number 5. He always points out a flaw. Have you ever noticed a man constantly fixating on something he dislikes about you? It could be a detail about your appearance, your hairstyle, a piece of clothing, or a physical trait. Even aspects of your personality, preferences, taste in music, or the way you pronounce a word. Whatever it is, he keeps highlighting it in a way that makes you feel bad, insecure, or question your worth. Remember, a man who truly cares about you will appreciate you as you are, with all your strengths and imperfections. No one is perfect, and no one expects you to change to meet their idea of perfection. But a man who constantly nitpicks, mocks, or criticizes is showing signs of control and emotional manipulation. He's diminishing your self-esteem, making you feel not enough, and creating emotional dependence. By the time we reach our 60s, we understand that our value cannot be defined or diminished by anyone else. When a man repeatedly makes you doubt yourself, he drains your energy and prevents you from experiencing real love. The right man will lift you up, encourage your growth, and celebrate you, not tear you down to assert control. A clear sign: when you share a success, a hobby, or a small joy, he downplays it or redirects the conversation to highlight a flaw. Over time, this pattern creates a lasting negative emotional environment, leaving you feeling never good enough, no matter how much effort you put in. As Carl Jung said, the meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. When someone interacts with you, it can transform you positively. But if the man beside you constantly devalues and criticizes, he isn't transforming you for the better. He's siphoning your energy and self-worth. Think about the men in your life. Have you noticed someone who constantly points out your flaws or criticizes even small things? Consider how those moments affected your confidence and sense of self-worth. Share your experience in the comments below. Every story is a lesson in recognizing your value, understanding who truly deserves your love, and inspiring others to step away from relationships that drain rather than uplift. Just as you're learning to recognize the subtle attacks on your self-worth, another behavior can slip in, one that makes it clear who this relationship is really centered around.
Number 6. He only talks about himself. In some relationships, a quiet, almost invisible pattern emerges over time. The conversation, the attention, the emotional space all seem to revolve around him. His stories dominate, his feelings take center stage, and his struggles are constantly unpacked, leaving little room for your voice, your joy, your worries. Slowly, this imbalance seeps in, not as a loud argument, but as a subtle erosion of connection. You begin to feel unseen, not ignored intentionally, but used as a backdrop for his life. This behavior signals more than self-centeredness. It reflects an emotional imbalance that can quietly sap your vitality. When one person consistently absorbs attention while offering little in return, the relationship becomes a one-sided exchange. Your experiences, triumphs, and challenges become footnotes, and your emotional labor is quietly harvested without acknowledgement. Love after 60 is not about managing another's moods or feeding their insecurities. It is about mutual presence, a shared resonance of care and attention. A man who truly values you makes space for your voice, celebrates your joys, and sits with your sorrows. He does not measure love by the quantity of his stories, but by the depth of his listening. The danger of a relationship dominated by his narrative is subtle but profound. It teaches you to shrink, to quiet yourself, to minimize your presence to accommodate his world. Over time, even small moments of joy or expression may feel unsafe, leaving you emotionally exhausted.
Recognizing this pattern is not about assigning blame. It is about reclaiming your energy, your voice, and your right to exist fully in a relationship that nurtures both hearts. As you notice the one-sided conversations, a new dynamic often surfaces, something that tests whether he's truly ready to invest in a shared future. Number 7. He avoids real commitment. Finally, one of the clearest signs that a man is using you is avoidance of real commitment. This isn't just about proposing marriage or making grand gestures. It's about clarity, consistency, and tangible steps toward including you in his life. He may avoid meeting your family, making joint plans, or discussing a shared future. Vague promises, indefinite "we'll see" statements, or excuses that prevent deeper involvement are red flags. After 60, we understand the value of time and honesty. Every year counts. Every relationship moment matters. A man who hesitates, delays, or refuses to define the relationship is not protecting his freedom. He's keeping you in a limbo that benefits him while you invest your heart, energy, and trust. I knew a woman who had dated a man for almost a year. He was affectionate, charming, and attentive when it suited him. But whenever she suggested meeting his close friends or planning a trip together, he would say, "Let's wait, we'll see." Months passed, and his words never translated into action. Eventually, she realized she had been loving someone who wanted all the benefits of a relationship without ever truly committing. The heartbreak was real, but so was the lesson. Intentions are revealed through actions, not promises. Commitment isn't about pressure. It's about consistency, inclusion, and shared investment. A man who truly values you will make it clear through gestures large and small, showing up, remembering important details, planning together, and being present not just when convenient, but especially when it matters most. If he avoids these steps, it's a signal to protect your heart, honor your time, and seek someone who values you fully. Ladies, after exploring these 7 behaviors, it's clear that a man's true intentions are often revealed not through words, but through consistent actions or the lack thereof. Inconsistent affection, vague promises, emotional dumping, chronic busyness, constant criticism, self-centered conversations, and avoidance of real commitment are all signals that he may be taking from you without giving back. The good news is this: awareness is power. When you recognize these patterns, you gain the clarity to make choices that honor your time, energy, and self-worth. Love after 60 is not about enduring confusion or guessing games. It's about presence, respect, and mutual care. You deserve someone whose actions match their words, who invests in you emotionally, and who prioritizes your happiness as much as their own. So, if any of these behaviors resonated with you, see them not as judgment, but as an invitation to protect yourself, set boundaries, and seek relationships that truly nourish your heart. You have the right to step back from those who drain your energy and open yourself to those who lift you up. If this message speaks to you, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with someone who might need to hear it. Together, we can move away from relationships that take without giving and embrace connections built on respect, honesty, and love. Until next time, take care of yourself gently, and remember, it's never too late to demand the love and respect you truly deserve.
Thanks for watching my video till now, and see you in the next video.